and welcome back to the Treble Clef Project. Today I'm joined with another very talented special guest. She's going to introduce herself and tell us about her involvement in a performance arts related activity.
Hi everyone, my name is Kimi, or Kimberly, whatever, and I do theater. I mainly do just like school theater and stuff, but I also like dancing, and then I'm also in school choir. So yeah.
Awesome. So, when and why did you start theater?
I first started doing theater in second grade when I saw my sister do the school play in fourth grade, which she was in fourth grade. And it was at Coyote Creek Elementary School, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun. I think I want to do that. So yeah, I did my first musical in second grade at BACT, or Bay Area's Children's Theater, and I got one of the lead villains. So that was pretty fun. And then I continued on with that until sixth grade, when middle school happened, and then I just didn't do it. And then I tried to do it again in middle school in like eighth grade, and then they said no. I was just like, okay. Because I apparently had to be in the class to like do the show, which was stupid because I tried to get in the class too. But then I did it high school. Oh, I actually have one of the posters from the musical.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. So, tell us a little bit about your experience being in theater, and also you could talk about like dance and choir as well.
My experience in theater, I've always loved it. My favorite part about theater, well, I do musical theater. I haven't really done like any plays. But I like musical theater because it's a combination of dancing, singing, and acting, which are like my three favorite things. It's so much fun because you form kind of like a bond or with the people who you're doing the show with, because you all want the show to succeed. So you're all like working towards a common goal, and working together. So it's just really fun time to like work with people. And I just think it's like really fun thing to do because like you constantly get to sing with your friends. You just get to have fun. So yeah, that's why I love theater.
Of all the roles you've played in the past, which one is your favorite?
I probably have to say Gloria from Madagascar or Iago from Aladdin, because they were just like really, really fun to play. For Aladdin, I wore a puppet on my hand and it was like a bird, because Iago's like a bird. And so that one was just really fun because I got to do a funky voice. And then Gloria, I wore this huge, like fat, like hippo thing. And the Gloria, Alex, all of like Marty, all of the main, all of us, we just had a lot of fun together. So yeah.
What's your favorite part about performing?
My favorite part about performing is, this is gonna sound like kind of weird, but it's like is the performance. I just love performing in general, like putting all the hard work into something and then putting it on as a show. It's just so fun to me. I love like getting to act and to sing and dance and then to do it on a stage is just really fun. So that's my favorite part, is just like the actual performance.
What is something that you've learned from theater?
Something that I've learned from theater is honestly how to talk to people that I don't like, I think. Like it's gotten me to like be able to be nice to people and respect people even if I don't exactly like them. And like to be patient with people even if I don't like them, and just talk to people and be able to communicate with them and still get work done with those people. But yeah.
What is the community like in theater?
theater Theater kids are notorious for being kind of dorky, but honestly the theater kids at Doherty aren't really like that. But when they are, it's so much fun, like going to Denny's and everything. I think everyone is honestly just really nice. Like I feel like theater, because it's such like a vulnerable thing, a lot of people are generally nicer about it, and so they're nicer to you. So yeah, that's yeah.
How has the pandemic affected your theater experience and the way you perform?
Well, with everything like performing wise, choir, theater, dance, all of that, online is just not my thing. I really don't like doing anything online. So like it's not exactly fun for me to do stuff online, but with coronavirus, I have been learning a lot about it and like listening to podcasts and watching videos, but like the actual act of like performing online isn't really as like, I guess, fun as doing it in person because you don't really get to talk to the people as much.
What is a memorable experience you've had being part of theater?
Probably last year in Beauty and the Beast. This is just coming to the top of my head right when you said that. But I was sitting under a table and I was talking with this girl named Maddie, and we were just like sitting there taking stupid photos. And that was like a really fun, just because like it was in the middle of the show, I think, or it was during tech week, which is like rehearsal week. And we were just sitting there taking photos, and that was really fun.
Oh, yeah, so kind of, I guess, walk me through and like all the people who will be watching this. What is it like to put on a production? Like, what's the schedule like? Like you just mentioned Tech Week. Like, how does it all work?
Okay, so for a musical, I'm just gonna talk about the high school level musical, just because like that's what I've done 2 years for the past 2 years. But like, so first, we get the announcement for the audition, then you go in for the audition, you sing, and then there's a second audition for dancing. And then if they want to see more of you, you will get this thing called a callback. And callbacks are invite only, basically. You can still get into the show without getting a callback. That's what happened for the first musical, Rent. I never got a callback, but I got into the show. But for Beauty and the Beast, I did get a callback, and then either you put on whatever you want to like show them, you prepare something, or they'll tell you what to prepare. So for Beauty and the Beast, I got told that I was calling back for Mrs. Potts, and so I sang like "Tale as Old as Time" or "Beauty and the Beast" or whatever the song is called. And then the cast list will come out shortly after that. And then you go into rehearsals. So then you rehearse. First, you generally learn the music of the show, and then you'll learn the choreography to the dancing, because it's much easier to do it that way if you already know the music. Um, and then you go into blocking, the actors will learn their lines, and then you go into a sitza-probe. And a sitza-probe is you're like you meet up with the band, the live band. For Beauty and the Beast, we did the show with the track. For Rent, we had a band. We actually had Miss Musel's band, from Doherty. So we had a sitza probe with them, and we just sang live with the band. So that was pretty fun. Sitza probe is only like 2 days or whatever. Oh, it depends on how long the show is. And then after the sitza probe is generally like right before Tech Week. And Tech Week is like 2 weeks of rehearsing on stage, or it depends on how long it'll be, depending on what show you're doing. But our Tech Week was generally like 2 weeks, and you basically like relearn everything, but on the stage. And then with the lighting, you figure out the lighting, the blocking, and all of that. So yeah.
Awesome. So, why do you think theater is important and why should it be encouraged in youth?
I think theater is very, very important. I think a lot of theater stories tell just really I think the whole aspect of it being live and how the actors are always changing, is like a really cool thing for theater, because in film you don't see that generally. I mean, like with action movies, sometimes you see people getting recasted all the time, but in a theater production you see how different people will interpret different characters, and different interpretations can help and call different people, and like theater can be a healing tool, you know. If you're doing theater, maybe when you're studying this character, you'll learn something about yourself that you didn't realize, or they're going through a healing journey that will also help you. You're learning about other people as well. It's like a very what is it, like empathy empathy driven type thing. And when you're watching theater again with like different actors doing it, you can see different types of performances and how it like reaches people differently. And I think theater is just important because it's like a really fun outlet for kids to do if they like theater. But yeah, like any art, you know, I think art is very important.
So, my last question for you is what advice do you have for people who want to get involved in theater?
Um, well, now with the internet, I think definitely anyone can look up local community theater places, places like any auditions, castings. You can look up like casting directors, maybe. The other day I was in Oakland and I literally just went to a grocery store, and in the back they had this like cork board full of like flyers and stuff, and there was flyers all over the place of different productions that they were putting in. It was like one of those, take this to like call this number to audition, you know. So there's many auditions out there, you just have to look for it. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kimmy, for being here.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on Wednesday for another video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.